Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ken versus 10. I am Ken. I forgot the camera's over here. I'm looking over here at this other screen. I am Ken, SSKPromo, Mr. Bill, and I'm super excited. It is Reseller Rally Week in Cincinnati. Hopefully, some of you are going to be there, and I will get to meet you in person. And I got to open up a few things here real quick. But hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. I know I have been. Okay, I think I am organized and ready to go. So, 10 versus 10. This is a show I do each week where I try to beat down my death pile, 10 listings at a time. And I see how many of those items I can sell before next week's show. Last week, I took on Ohio sports teams. I listed a bunch of different Ohio related um, apparel. I had some apparel. I had some different. I had a Ohio State football purse. I had some jackets and things from the Cleveland Indians. Just trying to list um, stuff that was in my death pile. And the week didn't go so great for um, my sales. I'm a little bit disorganized. I ran in here right at the last minute, and there is my dear sweet mother is the first one in the chat. Good to see you. Hey, and there is Chris Cajun Reseller. Ken, what a game Saturday night. Yes. Pretty sure that Chris is referring to the OSU Buckeyes, Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Came down to the last play of the game and just was exciting the whole game. It was I can't decide whether it was a real hard fought battle between each team or whether just each team wasn't up to snuff that day, but it was a good game. Um, and Chris says that he was cheering for Ohio State and Notre Dame to lose. But that's not possible. They could come out as a tie, I suppose, and that would ruin both of their records. But it definitely was a good game. Was happy for spoiler alert here for OSU to come out on top, scoring with like 3 seconds left in the game, and then they added a second back to the clock. And but so along those lines, I'll throw out. I did have a couple of sales from my items last week. And there is Shannon, Simply Shenanigans. Good morning to you. And there is Jill. Hello, Jill. Jill's got a break this afternoon and can join us for a little bit. And she's saying hello to Chris and to my mother. Oh, and hey, Ken. Hello, hello. And there's Ping G joining us. Good morning, Ping. Good to see you. Jeff Ball is in the house. Go Bucks. OH. Let me hear it in the chat. OH. Well, we are going to. So let me show you here one of the items that I sold real quick because we're hoping to get a few guests on the show today to talk about the reseller rally. I talked about that in the opening here. That just super excited to head down to Cincinnati. Danny, Piqua Resellers. Danny, are you going to the rally? I haven't heard. That's not too far of a drive for you down there. And Lisa Durr's giving me back the IO as well as Jeff. Thank you, Buckeye fans, and an IO from Jill as well. Lisa, are you going to the rally? You may have said that already, and I'm not sure if you are. I hope so. Get a chance to meet you in person. And so let me show one of the. Yes, Danny is going. Perfect. Be good to to see again. My friend got to meet Danny a few times here now at different meetups and events. Hey, and I'm going to start right out. We are talking about the rally. I'm going to bring on a guest here right away. Just finished up watching him over on the RIN network. We got Eric, the OBX picker. Eric, how are you, my friend?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good.
Great.
Excited for the weekend.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Now I heard you say earlier on your show, the Listing or Loafing with the RN Network, you are getting into town around Thursday.
Yeah, I'm actually flying in Thursday, 11:30 ish. So
Okay.
I'll be in town.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. So, I'm just gonna throw out, a couple general questions to the guests. Why are you going? Why are you going to the rally or to meetups in general?
Well, for me, a big part of reselling for me from the beginning has been community. Honestly, the whole reason I got involved with YouTube to begin with was that thing because honestly, guys, like we work a different kind of stuff. Like, I mean, this isn't a normal job. It's one of those things that we look at and you don't have coworkers to speak of, but
Yes.
it's kind of and honestly, if you talk to your family about what you do, like they're excited for you, but not excited for you. You know what I mean? So like
Exactly. Yes, I
you're
do.
like, man, dude, you won't believe this old T-shirt I found like that, and they're like, yeah, that's good, that's cool.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
was, so it's good to have a community of people that are there that they get it, they get what you do, they understand it, and I'm very social to begin with, so I like meeting people, I
yes,
like talking with people, and I'm always learning things from people. So it's good.
definitely.
It's good. It's good to be there, be a part of that. I mean, I've actually befriended a lot of people that are going to be there. So it's a time that I can
Yes.
meet people in person that I've talked to over the internet, and get to meet them personally and see if they're putting on a front or not.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And that's I can tell you, firsthand that Eric is there's no front with Eric. He's what you see is what you get. He's as genuine and a nice a guy as you see, very um helpful and informative and just, good guy to hang out with. And I got to meet Eric again. It was one of those relationships where we had crossed paths, through YouTube and through the internet, but when you finally get to meet a person. And that was always my biggest takeaway from the rally 2 years ago was the first event of meetup that I had went to. And you didn't know what to expect because you see a lot of guys on channels that are say high profile and big channels, lots of following it, and yeah, can be somewhat intimidating. I'm not one, the DOG. I have delusions of grandeur anyway. I think everybody's there just to see me to
They just
begin
came to
with.
see you.
But it was right in the door. One of the first people after I met Jimmy, Old School Flips, and Larry. I met them outside the hotel when I first got there. But Eric was one of the first guys that I actually met and in person and, did those introductions. Although we had some, familiarity with one
Hmm.
another. We and then it was great. Eric takes me over to the group of guys he was hanging out with. Hey, this is, this guy, and this is uh, Joe Philly Picker and all of the folks. And so just that that community of like-minded people. And what I found out is that there is no reason to be intimidated at all.
Yeah.
Everybody everybody there, because they're all like-minded, they're all doing the same thing. They're all providing for their families. They're out there just hustling, making deals and other than several thousand subscribers to their channel, they're not any different than the rest of us. Then, I say the rest of us, I have a small channel, I have a small, eBay store. I do this full time, but it was everybody is just regular folks. And
Yeah.
that was my biggest takeaway.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, like, I know for all of us, there is a level of, you look at people, you see them on YouTube, and if it's something, I mean, if it's somebody that you watch for a while, it is interesting meeting them in
Yes.
person. I mean, it's so funny for me. The first person I met when I got to Reseller Rally last time was actually Kevin Tennessee Picker, and
Okay. Yes.
I the only reason I knew him is because he was on Lonnie and John's 127 videos, and
Yeah.
then I actually watched his channel a little bit after seeing him on there. So same thing, I walked up to him, but then there's other people that I weren't really sure. Oddly enough, like Whitney, John's wife Whitney, came
Uh-huh.
up to
Yes.
him, and I wasn't connecting. Like, who is this? Like, I was like, I know I should know this person, but who is this?
Uh-huh.
And then John walked up with her. I was like, oh, that Whitney. Like, it's kind of two and two put it together. But yeah, last time was a great time at the Reseller Rally. It is kind of a low pressure situation. Like, there's not any
Yes.
kind of, I know this year there's some special things going on. I did want to make mention of, if you don't know about the Whatnot show that Kevin has going on,
Yes.
Commonwealth Picker is doing a big auction for charity while we're there on Whatnot. So that's going to be a good thing, and actually a cool thing to be involved in. So I'll be, you know, helping with some of that. And definitely, like, if you're not at the rally and want to experience a little part of the rally, that's a good way to
Yes.
do it. And see a lot of guys coming through live on the Whatnot show. And I'm sure there'll
Yes.
be tons of videos after the fact. I may or may not actually have a video after the fact. I'm not going to
Okay.
promise. I'll
Yeah.
under
And there
promise and hope to over deliver. But
there
yeah.
is a link already down in the description of this video for the charity Whatnot auction.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of other resellers. Kevin reached out to a bunch of folks to donate items.
Yeah.
And so everything is donated from resellers. I know he's got a big giveaway. American Bubble Boy, years worth of bubble wrap. And so if check out that link, get it bookmarked. Oh, I gotta tell a story here real quick. I was talking to Jill last night, and I told her that we were talking about the auction, and I sent her a link to it, and she's like, "Man, there's already 992 bookmarks already." I'm like, nine 992? Isn't that just
That's
992 bookmarks? It's a so, yeah, check out that link. Go over if you're not at the rally. I'm sure everybody at the rally is gonna be streaming that, auction. That should be a real good time. Of course, there is a Friday night meetup at the rally for a little extra networking. Go to the, Reseller Rally 2023 page and check that out, to get tickets for that. And, so Eric, I know what you got any closing thoughts? Because I know you've got another show
I'm
to
actually getting ready to
record.
go film for the Sweets RIN. If you're not subscribed to RIN Reseller Information Network, definitely do that. Also, if you want to contribute to another charity auction at 2 o'clock, it's not a charity for anybody else. It's a charity for me. At 2 o'clock on my Whatnot, I'm actually running a pickers sale, kind of a little pregame for the resale rally. But also,
Yes.
for me, like, I love to turn it over. I tend to buy cheap and I tend to sell cheap as well. So come on by at 2 o'clock. That's my
Yes.
little plug. And then watch us on Friday. We'll be dropping a new episode on Friday. Reseller Information Network. So
Yeah, these guys are all over. If you wanna know how to be a reseller, from what to look for, what to ship, or how to ship something, how to list something, how to clean an item, maybe get a hat ready, how to package glassware. All of the guys, Tim over the years, Leroy, Blood, Sweat, and Sell, Chris, Chernock's Connection, of course, Eric. Just great information. They're all putting out videos and they're all putting out content on the RAN. So I will add a link to that channel later. So, and I got the post up here. Chris is saying Eric's going to be on YouTube all day today with his
Whatnot part of the day,
whatnot
but
and
the rest of yes.
and stuff. So, Eric, I appreciate you taking a few minutes. Be safe in your travels, my friend, and we will see you this weekend, probably Thursday. I'll be getting there Thursday, probably around dinner time. We'll be
Yeah.
there. So,
Well, thanks for having me on, Ken, and all you guys in
for
the
sure.
chat. I can't really read the chat because I'm on my phone, but I do thank you guys. If you said hello, then hello back to you, and hope to see you guys at the rally. All right,
For
at
sure.
2 o'clock. OBX
2 o'clock.
Picker, whatnot, coming
Whatnot.
down.
OBX Picker. Check it out. Thanks, Eric.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right. So that was cool. Again, Eric's a great guy from over there at RIN Network, and just looking forward to seeing him. And Jill with her 992th bookmarks, she does her own billing, folks, so we can all guess how her business is running. And good friend Patrick Murphy, why yes, hello, panel and chat, sneaking in to say hi and light up that thumbs up. Yes, I would appreciate a thumbs up for sure. And there's Chad, the quirky picker. Chad, hey, Cajun, both Ohio State and Notre Dame were winners. It was a great game. Notre Dame gained national credibility despite that loss. Yes, they did have us down for sure. And Lisa is saying the RIN is awesome. Yes, that's kind of the first place that I saw Lisa was in the RIN chats and found out that she was also from Ohio. And I'll jump back up here. She's not going to the rally. How long are you staying? May come by if the weather isn't bad. We will be there Thursday through Sunday. Um, and so, yeah, if you get a chance to just come by the hotel, if you're not going to the actual event, the Reseller Rally event, which is the boat ride, which you see, okay, of course I'll be there and I'll be signing headshots. Here's a first time scene. There's Captain Ken, Captain SSKPromo. There's the big paddle boat right there, and I'll be signing headshots sometime during the weekend. Um, no, I don't think. Where did I see? Oh, I see. I have two chats up, and sometimes the one chat over here pops up before the other one. Um, no, Joe, I don't think the weather is supposed to be bad. It actually supposed to be beautiful Friday and Saturday. At least that's what I was seeing yesterday. Um, Chris said he sold an Ohio State item from when LSU beat them in the 2008 national championship. There he goes, rubbing it in, Captain Ken right there. So let's take a look. I did sell last week on Ken vs. 10. I only sold 2 of my 10 items, but one of them was an Ohio State item. I sold pretty quickly right out of the gate. I think it was the next day after I listed it. It was this right here, an Ohio State Buckeyes OSU football. It was a purse, and that sold for $25.49. I had put these items up, and they actually went directly on sale. I didn't realize I had a sale that included new items going, so everything I listed last week went on sale. But I was happy to make that sale right away at 25 bucks because I only had like a dollar in that item. So that was, death pile 9, Ken 1 on that one. And I'll go ahead and show the other item because I am going to list some stuff during the show while we wait for maybe I invited a few more folks, see if we can get some other guests on the show here at some point. It still counts as an Ohio item along with the Baker Mayfield jersey. Yes, Chris also sold a Baker Mayfield jersey this week. I still have one. If anybody wants a Cleveland Browns Baker Mayfield jersey, go down to my eBay page. There's a link down below. You can buy that. He's been doing pretty decent. They took a loss last night. He is now quarterbacking Tampa Bay. Took over when Tom Brady left. And my mother is the meteorologist of the family, saying, yes, the weather is looking great for the weekend. Man, I'm just so who else in the chat here? is going to the rally. I know Danny had said he was going. And is anybody else that's in here right now actually going to the rally? And I know that Jill's going because we're going together. Um, so let's talk about the other item that I sold. We can get last week's show wrapped up and out of the way. It was this Columbus Blue Jackets, the fifth line. It was a vest, real nice vest, real insulated, 3XL size, and that sold for $33.99. So, um, and I was happy to have that sale again. It went right on sale. So of last week, the sales were pretty decent last week overall. I didn't list a few days, so that always affects your sales. And Chris says she is not going if Chris is not going. So if anybody from Ohio needs a ride, apparently I have an extra ticket to go and pick you up on the way. And there's Janelle FJ Treasures. Her and Frank are going to the rally. Looking forward to seeing them again. Met them the first time at the rally before they even had a YouTube channel, and just got to talk to them a little bit there. But then after they had their channel, interacted a little bit more. They actually came down to Ohio all the way from Buffalo area to go to the Route 40 sales with us. And so looking forward to seeing them again this year. And Chad said, "It pains me not to be able to go to the rally. I'm going to regret it for years to come." I do run into that. What the FOMO, I usually have my sign right here beside me. The FOMO, or it's usually the fear of missing out. And Chad, I think what you'll have, I like to say it's the feeling of missing out. It just really gets to me when there's a big meetup. Like I did not go to the FlipCon this year. And when everybody starts posting Instagram stories and watching all their YouTube videos from the event, and you just see what fun it was and what just all the people that are there and the people that you could meet and hang out with, there is just that devastating feeling of missing out. And I so I try to go. We went out to Vegas this year for a Trash to Cash meetup, going to this reseller rally. Didn't get to go to FlipCon, but we did some of the highway sales stuff. Again, small meetup. I got to meet Chad, Quirky Picker. He reached out to Jimmy and I, and we met up for during the 127 sales. Yes, looking forward to seeing you and Jill Can. Probably more Jill than me. Jill is always a fun time to be around. But yeah, oh, that's another thing. Reseller clickbait podcast that I do with Jimmy Old School Flips and Corey Grams and Pops Vintage. We are going to be, all three of us will be there at the rally together. And we're going to be, putting out some content. We may even film next week's episode from the rally itself. So spoiler alert, I don't know if the guys wanted me to say that, but at least we got about 14 in the chat right now. 14 of you will know that. Yes, we'll be happy to see you and Frank for sure. So this is my listing show. So I am going to get into a few things listing till we can see if somebody else pops in. And let's just start. Where are we at? Let's start right here. This is an Xbox travel bag, carry bag, padded, heavy canvas, Xbox bag. I picked this up during the Route 30 sales, and I paid $2 for this. Chris, you might remember this, Chris Cajun. We got this. I got that when I was with you at some sales, and I am going to be listing that at about $30, 29.99 with the buyer paying shipping. Also going to take offers on that. And it is going to go on sale. I think I have like a 10 or a 15% sale going on right now. But I'm going to list that Xbox bag and it is done. So we are officially on the way with 10 versus 10. And Chad saying, yes, he enjoyed meeting Jill as much as you. Yes, you can be honest. We know it. We know it's Jill. Yeah, like those carry bags seem to do well. Yeah, there's a lot of those listed, but sometimes when you put up your listing, um, I didn't see many of that particular style. I'd seen some newer ones. And so hopefully when you get that new listing up, it kind of is fresh in the search. And I do, promotions on items. And there is another one right there. Roman. Hello, everyone. I am looking forward to seeing Roman anytime picker at the rally again. Met Roman the first time at the rally a couple years ago, and of course, just through YouTube and watching his lives, and he watches my stuff. And then he joined Chris and I out at the cabin during the Route 30 sales, just for like a little mini meetup and hang out. And Roman, Jill's excited to see Roman. Everybody's always excited to see Roman. He's just a fun his his energy and his laugh is just infectious. He's just a fun guy to be around. Just I just enjoy sitting and watching his lives that he has when he's either when he's just at his computer or when he's out doing his sourcing lives when he's at the bin stores are a great time. And there is sunny Las Vegas. Hey, Sonny, are you I haven't heard. Are you making the trek across country to the reseller rally, or is that a well hidden secret? You can give me a wink in the chat there if you're coming or not coming. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. But got to meet Sunny in Las Vegas at a meetup. Again, the meetups are just great. You not only you get to meet people that you see all the time on YouTube. It's just you start to form friendships or familiarity with people. I keep saying that word familiar. I should Is there another word for familiarity? That bond. Sonny and I have a bond. Hey, anytime you eat bacon with a guy, I mean, that forms a friendship that's everlasting. And fried zucchini straws too. That's what we had for breakfast. We had like fried zucchini straws like on the table, and then we had of course bacon and eggs and stuff, but that what was it like what was the bread, Sonny? Um, that restaurant, I can't think of what that was. Unfortunately, not making it. Well, Boo, that's yeah, Jill says, Boo, she was looking forward to meeting you, Sonny. Well, we'll have to go, Jill, plan a trip out to Las Vegas. And yeah, the omelet house is the best. Zucchini fries with cheese sauce, yes, for breakfast is always something you want to do right before you're going to get on a plane is yes, there it is. Banana nut bread. The banana nut bread at the omelet house in Las Vegas was just killer. It was yeah. Chris came all the way to Ohio, drove all the way up here, and we took him to Bob Evans for dinner. Now, of course, he don't have Bob Evans in his area, so it was an experience for him. but it's it's pretty commonplace around here. So let's list something else. How about a hat? Oh, this was cool. Okay, so I found this. I think I found this too at the Route 30. Uh yeah, Bob Evans is actually a good place. Yeah, we had a good meal. So this Bang Energy hat that I got, look how sweet this thing is. It's like brand new. And do you ever buy an item and you think, "Oh, I just bought it. It was cool." It's like 50 cents at a yard sale. And so when I came home and was going to list it, you buy an item and then you find out that it's like even cooler than what you thought it was. Because look, like right here, I don't know if you'll be able to see this with my bright lights on or whatever, but let's see. Oh, you really can't see. Maybe I can shut one of these off real quick. No, you can't really see it. You can't see it, but the brim lights up on this hat. It's got an LED strip right across here in the brim of it. So at night it is, or in the dark, it's really, really cool looking. Um, can't figure out how to shut it off now. I'm all messed up here. Okay, I got to shut. But anyway, they don't go for a lot, and there's a lot of them listed. But 50 cents into, I'm going to list it for 20 bucks, 19.99. Take some offers. It's probably really in that 16 to $18 range, but I'm going to list it there because there's all different styles. There wasn't a lot of this particular style listed, so we're going to see what happens there. Um, and I will list that, and that's 2 items done on this week's show. Uh, let's see. I'll list all the regular items because I have one thing that's kind of like a common. Uh, like I have a number of them, and again, Chris will recognize it. Uh, but so the next item up is this. If any of you are NHR drag racing fans, Courtney Force, I believe, is the daughter of John Force, who was like kind of the king of drag racing. But this is a souvenir. It's a funny car bobblehead. I found this at a Goodwill for a couple of bucks, still in the box. It was still wrapped up. I am going to list it um, as pre-owned in the original box because I really don't know if it's actually brand new, even though it's still in the plastic, but nothing was sealed with it. Um, Simmer down, Chris. That may or may not be coming up in the show right here. Uh, yes, we love Bang energy drinks. Have one every morning. Yeah, every now and then. I'm usually hyped up most of the time. I don't need a lot of energy drinks. Uh, Sausage gravy is bleh. Jill's not a big gravy fan, but yeah, I usually don't need a lot of energy drinks. Every now and then I'll get one, but Courtney Force bobblehead right there, 2015. And I'm going to list that for 20 bucks. I paid 2 bucks for it at a Goodwill and going to go for 2 bucks, and let's list it and get that going. Uh So what else is fun that I have to list? Um, so what I'm trying to do too, I'll jump into that. I'm going to be gone for the whole weekend, and part of some of the stuff that I'm listing, um, I'm going to list a number of things before I go, so that I can schedule them to list while I am gone, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. But The, and then I'll also set up a time away. I was looking at that the other day for, um, how I wanted to do it, and I think that if I just list time away on Thursday, I might do it tomorrow, but on Thursday, that would keep anything that I have, that I would sell on Thursday to keep me from having to ship it on Friday. I might put that I return on Saturday. That way, just everything doesn't have to ship until Monday when I am back. I'll come back on Sunday afternoon. Um, yeah, Jill was in concurrence there. You got to simmer down, Chris. I've only had them for like 2 or 3 months. When was the Route 30 sales in early August? Uh, so let's see, what else do I got here? Here's another set of items that I decided to sell in a group. They are model kits. Lindbergh, this one's a hand. It's all articulated and it's kind of life size of a human hand. So I've got the human hand. Bought these at a Goodwill. I think I paid $2 a piece for them, and they're all sealed. I got the hand. I got the foot. I've got the human ear, as opposed to, I guess, a dog ear or an elephant ear. Ooh, elephant ears. Now it's festival season is almost over, and I'm sad because I love to go to the festivals and, pay $20 for a sandwich and, maybe some deep fried vegetables because I love deep fried vegetables, which is probably why I enjoyed those uh, zucchini straws or those zucchini fries. That's what they called them, zucchini fries out there in Vegas. Um, no excuses, Jill. These are like 3 or 4 pictures and done. Yes, Chris. Now I did list some patches and I'll show those. I'll do those next. We'll talk about those. She wasn't agreeing with you, getting out the fact that you reprimanded him. Yes, those are good bundles. So, the human ear on the puzzles or the models, I've got the brain slash skull right there. So, it kind of has half of it shows you all the parts, and these are like learning kits. These are they're pretty easy to put together. They say they're ideal for study and school science projects, which I'm sure that your science teacher is going to be excited if you just go buy a model kit and put it together and don't really do a lot of research on your kit. And I got the nose and mouth right there. Um, Three-dimensional models with sections exposed for observation and study, glands, nerves, and cartilage. So I paid $2 a piece for those at a Goodwill, and just because I always try to pick up models, there's I don't know, maybe a couple hundred listed, and there's only a few sold. So as far as a sell-through rate, it wasn't really good, and they don't go for a whole lot, maybe $10 to $15 a piece. And so I figured I would go ahead and lot them up because there are no lots. You might have like maybe a bundle of 2 of them, but I thought if somebody was, doing a science thing or maybe teacher for the classroom or something like that, they might be able to bundle those up. And they're all pretty lightweight. So the packaging that they're going to go in, the box will be a little bit bigger, but it'll be not too much for shipping, but I'm gonna list those at $60 for the set. I figured about $12 a piece based on the average, and I might even go down, to 49.99 if I take offers on those or something like that, get about $10 a piece for them and sell them all as a lot and just get them out of here rather than the onesie twosie, where they sit on the shelf for a while. Because a couple of those boxes are a little bit bigger and you don't want to get them damaged and crushed and such. So we're gonna go $60 on those and see if we can move that along. And there's a good friend, Len, right there. Hello, Ken. And those that are not Ken. Hey, I am familiar with that saying right there. Hey, Len, how's things out in Colorado going for you? Are you coming for the rally? You gonna fly in from the Denver metro area and hang out with us at the rally? Uh, I'll do my other items here before I go into uh my sales. Okay, we'll do this right here. I may have shown this before. This came from Jill from a bunch of clothes that she had given me. Look at this vintage single stitch right there. This is from Farm Aid. It was the 10-year anniversary from 1985 to 1995. That's got the date right here, 95. Man, look at that graphic though. Boom, still popping. I don't think that this thing has ever been worn. Oh, and as Jill, Jill watches her whatnot and all of that. She's like, "Oh," I said, "Oh, and it's got the graphic on the back." She's like, "That's the back hit, honey. That's what they call it. What kind of reseller are you if you don't know that's the back hit?" Farm Aid and Willie Nelson. Yes. So we've got Blackhawk, John Connolly, Hootie and the Blowfish. When they kind of changed, when Hootie changed over to some of the country, Dave Matthews Band, John Mellencamp, Willie Nelson, the Super Suckers. Has anybody ever heard of the Super Suckers? I wonder if they're any good or if they like really suck. I don't know. Neil Young was at that one. 10th anniversary concert. Uh, Beautiful shape, beautiful graphic. Boom. Again, just in a pile of stuff that Jill has. Um, but that is going to list. There are a few others listed. I've seen some solds, but I'm putting that one up for $65. 64.99 is what I'm going to list that one at. And the buyer paying shipping and all that good stuff. And let's go ahead and list it. Lucky Suckers to be on that shirt. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've never heard of the Super Suckers, but that's good company to be in a concert with, Willie and John Mellencamp, Hootie, and the Blowfish. He brought the Blowfish with him, which, bonus. What's the lead singer's name from Hootie and the Blowfish? I always just call him Hootie. What's that guy's name? I don't know. Help me out. Help me out there in the chat. Perfectly blessed is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you again, my friend. Um, Angela. Hello, Angela from Roman. Man, the chat just like all of a sudden it jumps. It seems to get behind. N- Never worn it. Had it probably since 1995. Yes. Darius. That's right. Darius, perfectly blessed, jumps in with the win. Darius Rucker is Hootie, and Sonny's got it there, and Lisa's got it. All of you, I always liked Hootie and the Blowfish. I didn't really follow along with Darius when he went country. Not that I dislike country, it's just not usually on my playlist or what I listen to. Um, Most of the time, I listen to like 80s metal, or I like the early 80s, like the new wave, pop stuff, things like, Devo and Depeche Mode and all of that sort of stuff. I listen to a lot of that. When I'm not listening to MMMBop by Hanson, which is on every single place, even my Christmas playlists, when I have a Christmas, oh, I can't wait because it's almost Christmas time coming up here soon. It's getting closer. We think of the Santa beard. It's coming in. If I brush this thing out, man, it gets impressive. But it's almost, about another month and a half after Thanksgiving when I will bleach this all out white. I'll have the Christmas music in full force by then. But move something there so I can get to the next item. Uh but I gotta have Mbop on every one of my playlists, even my Christmas playlist, because it's the greatest song ever written. And uh I only know him because of country music. So Chris, that's how he knows. That's interesting. He is definitely a great talent. Darius Rucker is a great talent to be able to, go from kind of mainstream pop rock sort of stuff. And hey, I'm going to bring on another rally guest right now. Someone everybody is familiar with. We got Paul the Philly Flipper, who is
I'm him.
on the
I'm him.
road.
In case you're wondering who I
Yeah.
am, I'm just him.
Oh, it's him. It's him. Everybody, him is there. And Paul, where you at? You look like you're in an airport.
I am in an airport. The first time I'm streaming from an airport, Ken, and it's because of you. So I hope you're happy with this. I'm at
I appreciate it.
Philadelphia International Airport, heading home to Florida. My flight starts boarding in about 10 minutes. I just got here. Decided to hop on my favorite Tuesday show ever, the best show ever on any day, but especially Tuesdays. I had to hop in and say hello.
I appreciate that. You now, is this the last leg of your Finland trip?
Yes, thank God.
On the way home? Yes, that's that is a long travel because was it yesterday or the day before that you were that you went live from the airport? Okay.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, I went live from Finland Airport, so now I'm going live from there. Shut up, Chris. That's international. It doesn't count.
And Paul is in Ohio right now. Paul is in, you said Pennsylvania.
I'm in Ohio soon. Yeah, so the plan right now is I was in New York yesterday, got to Philly last night, leaving Philly today, going to Florida, traveling to Orlando tomorrow and Thursday for Disney World. And then Friday morning, I'm heading to Cincinnati and going to be there until Monday. So
wow, are you driving up to Cincy, or are you flying up to Cincy?
I'm flying in.
Boy, that's man. You are an international man of mystery for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be. Actually, I watched that. I watched Austin Powers yesterday, so I know all about the International Man of Mystery.
I think we were probably watching it at the same time. I want to say hello to Lisette that just jumped in. Hello, my friend Lisette. And so Paul, yeah, I've got to meet you a couple times, but the first time was at the Reseller Rally a couple years ago down in Cincinnati. And what are you looking forward to this year at the rally?
The biggest thing is getting a new headshot. The headshot I have has been through the ringer until it got to me. I'm hoping to get a crispy, clean. Oh, that's what it's gonna look like. Whoa,
that is the new the captain of the the whole vessel there. And
I mean, that's worth the price admission on its own. I don't know how people are not going just for that. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then it's the basic stuff. Every time you go, seeing old people, meeting maybe new people. I don't know who's going that maybe I haven't met yet, but I'm sure there's some people that are going that I haven't seen yet. So it's really good to make new friendships and all that. And then obviously it's good for my fame status, Ken, It's good to see people come up and ask for pictures. It's good for the old ego boost, So I definitely need that in my life.
I know what you're saying. Me, I have those delusions of grandeur that I think everybody's there to see me, and that people will want, to line up and get a headshot, which is just fun. And
you're saying I'm helping those delusions. You're saying
you are an enabler, Paul. That's what you are. Change your name from him to the enabler. Yeah, that's what we were talking the other day about. Not you and I, but on the Clickbait podcast, about every time you go to a meetup, there's always somebody that shows up that you didn't know was going to be there, and it's just a real surprise that you're excited to meet them, and it is cool when you are that person for somebody else.
Oh,
not
for sure.
Just like you said, that it not only feeds the ego, but it is very humbling that somebody would actually want to come up and say hi and get a picture, or
Of course.
something
Yeah.
like that. And then you kind of build that new relationship with somebody that you may never see them again, and you might only see them in chats, but to get to
For
put the
sure.
face to the name and shake a hand or give a hug or something like that, and just to get to spend the whole weekend together is great.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's great. And then, like I said, like the people I met the first time I didn't really know that well. And then, like for example, like Roman was one of those. Like I met him the first time at the rally, but didn't really know him. Then met him again at Dante's rally. We were really good friends there. And now I'm like super excited to meet him again. And he said he's bringing like tons of Russian food. So, hopefully he said there's gonna be a big party at his hotel room with tons of alcohol and Russion food. So
nice.
Roman
Well, I'll
better
have to find
disappoint.
out what floor he's on and well, I know I got to hook up with Roman because I owe him some consolation prizes from the 10 versus 10 that he was on. But yeah, first time at a rally as a full-time YouTuber, he
That's
says.
right. First time full time YouTuber.
And
Are
there
you staying
is
at the hotel, Ken? At the main
yes,
hotel?
yeah. We'll be
Oh,
there.
you got more money than me. You guys,
We will
Ken got the real money. I can't
are
afford that
you
hotel.
doing because I think last time you were there, didn't you stay at a whatever, a bed and breakfast, or what do they call those
Yeah,
now? An Airbnb.
Airbnb, but the last time the Airbnb was kind of far away. This time I'm staying at a hotel that's like a 5-minute walk from that hotel. So
Okay,
I'm going to
perfect.
be close enough to the whole festivities, and then if I drink too much, I can just walk home to my hotel, and I shouldn't get lost
Perfect.
in the great city of, is it Covington? Is that the word? Is that where it is? Covington,
Yeah,
Kentucky.
Covington, Kentucky is where we're
Yeah,
at, but it's, right there,
yeah,
Cincinnati. They consider it Cincinnati.
yeah.
And um and fart sack Jack, good to see you,
Okay,
my friend.
to
First time.
see eating Russian food
You should
also.
just set up a table and tell everyone you have to get a headshot. Well, you
Of
know
course
what?
he
That's
should.
what happened in Las Vegas. Is I was sitting there at a table, and once I started to sign a few of them, and again, that was very humbling to have a line. I have a line of people that I don't know most of them, and that
Yeah,
most of them were like, "Well, we don't know him either, but everybody else is getting one of these.
yeah.
Let's
So well, yeah,
let's get one
exactly right.
just in case someday." So it's it was a good icebreaker too to meet folks. Um,
For sure.
I got good conversations with Kyle and Lori, Happy and Grumpy Picker and stuff from doing the headshot thing. Just had a good time playing with Art of Resale and Paco
Yeah.
about that. So it is very cool to do that. But yeah, I'll be sitting at a table at some point. They're probably in the hotel, maybe Friday night or Saturday, but between festivities, between the networking thing and Kevin's charity auction. Um,
Yep.
and
That should
Roman
be fun
saying,
too.
Ken, I think Homeland Security is waiting for Paul to give them a shout out at the
Shout out at the
airport.
airport. Shout out to Homeland Security. Shout out to TSA. One of the best investments if anybody's ever traveling. TSA pre-check, guys. If you're traveling, $7 you pay for 5 years. I think so. It's like $14 a year. You skip the line. You don't have to take your shoes off. You don't have to open your bags or anything. Just zip right through. TSA pre-check is my tip. So you guys
Well,
traveling at least once a year if you're traveling. It's worth it for sure.
see, not only do you get great reseller knowledge if you're watching the Philly Flipper channel and Philly Flipper live channels, you're getting travel tips, you're getting I know you know how to ship, but do you have any tips for packing your bag? I mean, for travel,
Um,
anything?
so like I said, I'm cheap, Ken. I don't know if you got this about me yet. I'm a cheap traveler, so I fly through Frontier mostly, which is a dangerous way to live. Although I like to live on the edge. So Frontier is very cheap if it's basic, but anything that you add extra to it, they charge you like crazy. So like I have lived,
Yeah.
like I went to Ecuador just with this. Like I survived 3 weeks in Ecuador just with a school bag, because
Wow.
a Frontier would have charged me extra for a carry-on, and we don't do that.
Yeah.
So I do the whole rolling up the shirts technique. So the shirt is like yay big when it's done. I think you can play Tetris really well with it. You know exactly. I'm not one of those just in case backers. I don't grab like snowshoes if I'm
Yeah.
going to Hawaii just in case it snows or whatever. I'm like, if something happens, I'll find something there, but it's definitely not worth to for the extra space or whatever. So, yeah, that's how I do it. Or you can book on special days. Frontier has different like weekends. Like if you book this weekend, you get a free carry on. I book on those as
Oh,
well. So I'm a
you
professional traveler.
you are, and if nothing, any other time. I mean, I know you drive a lot to different
Yeah,
places, but just in this last week to be in Finland, to be back in
yeah.
Philadelphia, going to
If you
not
think about
only
it,
when
yeah,
you get home to Orlando, now you're going to Disney World and
yeah,
or Disneyland, whichever one is down there.
yeah.
Um,
Disney World
are
is
you,
that one. Yeah.
are you hooking up with Dave there at Disneyland when you?
No, Dave's a jerk. I try to get his advice because I'm going. How many of you are watching this, Ken? How many people are here?
We got 17 in right now
Uh,
currently.
Exclusive SSK promo on here. I'm going with my girlfriend to Disney World. So in case people don't, that's some SSK promo only
Ooh,
news right there. I'm going with
we've
my
got
girlfriend
scoop.
and her two girls. She has two girls, so we're going together, and they have like a timeshare there. So you don't have to pay
Yeah.
for a space. So I was trying the cheapest way to get tickets. I'm like, yo, Dave, I need 4 tickets to Disney. What's the best thing I can do? And his response to me was IDK. And I'm like, you're the
Okay.
freaking Venture Park guy. You gotta tell me, like, I don't want to go. And all he could tell me was
And he's
IDK.
oh, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you heard it here first. Well, everybody knew Dave was a jerk. I mean, to begin with, but now are you bringing said girlfriend to perhaps a boat ride in Ohio?
She is not going to Marion, Ohio, but
Okay.
I am going to be vlogging the Disney World trip. So next week on my Philly Flipper
Perfect.
Live channel, everybody else will know. But the people that watch the 10 versus 10 got the scoop
Yes.
before everybody else. So there you
Wow,
go.
I feel
Oh,
privileged.
uh,
Yeah, this is
that
great.
I
And Jill
that I
said,
got to share
"Paul,
that
yay."
information with you. Yeah.
And congrats to you,
Thank
Billy
you.
Picker.
I'm
Yay
very,
from Lisa
very,
Durr.
I'm very happy. I don't know if you guys can tell by this with a smile.
And so,
Angie
yes,
already
that
knew. I told Angie already earlier. So Angie knew. Perfectly blessed
yeah.
for that.
But now it's out there. Oh, see, and it just picked up. We just gained 4 people in the chat because everybody's out there. Everybody's out there
Every,
spreading the news
yeah,
already.
the news
That
is being spread. Everybody's joining the
and
live.
so
Everybody's happy.
you if you want to know what we're talking about, you got to tune in earlier to the show and or tune in to Paul Philly Flipper live channel. Is that where you're going to be
Yeah, it's gonna.
documenting the
Yeah, the trip's gonna be exposed there. So people will know. People will know. Yeah.
Jill wants to know,
Of course,
did
I
you
did, Joe. That,
win her
the,
over with your magic
I mean,
fingers piano
I,
playing?
I won her over with saying, "Hey, I'm Paul. I'm famous." That was a really good pickup line. We just go up to somebody and say, "Hey, Paul's in a
Yes,
Buccaneers fan."
Amanda
No, she's actually not a Buccaneers fan. She just moved to Florida about 3 months ago. So,
okay.
good
Is
news spread fast.
Amanda, good news. Good to see you, Amanda. Thank you. If I missed you earlier, she might have been one that dropped in right now. And as always, Lisette dropping links. She's got a link there to Paul's channel over on
Somebody
YouTube.
say, "Let's see a photo." How do I show a photo?
Can you? I don't know. Can you share your screen from on
Let's see.
the app?
More settings. No. How about Ken? I'll send it to you on Instagram. You can share a photo. Okay.
Okay.
Can you share
Yep,
your screen through that?
I can.
Okay. I'll send you a picture of her and the girls, and this of her.
Okay. Wow. This is breaking. I never expected when I invited a few folks, to come on and talk about the rally, I never expected to get the scoop
These
of the
scoop of
YouTube
scoops.
reseller
Yeah,
community.
there you go. All right, it says
Okay.
cents. I don't know if you got it or not, but it says cents.
Yeah, I heard my phone go off. So let me pop over here to my messages. And
Is she a reseller? She is not, Joe. She's a respiratory therapist, but she is really into what I do, and will be going to yard sales with me in the future.
oh, this is telling me I have to use the app on here. So let me see.
Yeah, this live is going viral.
Okay. Yes. So I can't share my screen
Oh,
because
you can't.
of when I go to it on the computer, it just says use the latest app. Use the latest app for Instagram for this type of content. But we will show this lovely lady right here.
There she is. Nice. Her name is Yelena or Lena. That's her name.
Lena,
And then there's one with her little princesses as well.
Look at this beautiful family right here, folks.
Yeah,
Here, wait, you know what I need to do? I need to do this. Wait, no, I didn't do that right. I'm an idiot. There we
you
go.
Boom. Look at that. Yeah,
So that is with the family. Boy, they are beautiful family. Beautiful family. And I'll go back since I'm up here.
Boom.
And
that's her. There we go.
that very, very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Happy. Very, very happy.
Oh, yes. That is cool. That you got someone in your life that's always important. It helps life go by.
It's very important, Ken, but now I don't want to do anything but be around them. So I don't know if it's actually good or not.
And is she close to your area, or is there much travel?
She's about an hour and a half away, but my lease ends in January on my current house, so I'm looking for a house closer to her area, which is in like the St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Florida area. So I'm looking for a place there. So she will be a lot closer. But yeah, as of now, I travel about an hour and a half to see her.
Okay.
Worth every minute. Worth every minute.
I've heard you mention that you were going to be moving, at the end of your lease. Of course, everybody, oh, where's Paul going now? Are you leaving, going back to Philly and everything? And you're like, no, there's news later on about that. And this is great. Yeah, going viral. Everybody's saying how beautiful that she is. Jill said, great therapist of any kind are awesome. Everybody's giving some smiles and thumbs up. I am so happy for you. Look at your smile. Makes her heart happy.
Stop it, Jill.
Paul is deserving of happiness and beauty. Yeah, this just great love for you, Paul, here.
Nice.
Again, I was talking with Eric earlier, OBX, and just saying, when you meet the folks from the reseller community at these different meetups and stuff, just how I can tell you firsthand with Paul is, what you see is what you get. He's about as genuine a guy. What you see in his videos and what you see, when he does his daily vlog of what's going on, and that's Paul. There's no pretense there. There's no acting for the camera, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
So,
Mike, we've been dating for a little over 2 months now.
Yeah. How long have you been seeing her? About a couple of months. Okay. Now, how'd you meet?
I met her 13 years ago, and I was afraid to pull the shot.
Okay.
And then we went separate ways. She got married, had kids, got divorced, and moved to Florida. I didn't know she moved to Florida, and she pulled her shot on me when she saw I was here too. So I was afraid to shoot her, so she shot for me 13 years later.
Wow, that's man, that's cool. That's so yeah. 2 months. You're a good secret keeper.
If you
Mike
guys
is
go
saying,
back and watch my vlogs, I'll say like I'm gonna go see a friend. I'm gonna like I do hints about it. I don't say
yes,
anything more than that. But there were hints there in the vlog that you guys will see.
that's
Why
Jill
am
wants to
I
know,
all
why is she
emotional?
all emotional?
Jill, go buy a bowling ball or something. Just release that energy. Just go buy a bowling ball and get all that energy out of
Yeah. And but you can keep the ball. Just give me the shoes and the vintage bag. That's all I want. That's all I want. Yeah,
it.
very, very awesome. Yeah, Paul, thank you for sharing that with us. I'm sure, as
I
that news
did
comes
not
out, you're gonna get
did not expect to be dropping those bombs on the Can't Wait to 10 show, but hey, it's what we're doing here.
we were just talking. I might have to upload this right after
Fart tech Jack is because of menopause.
my
It's because me too. It's because of
Oh, that's great. Uh, I
oh
love it.
man, it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
man, I might have to upload this. Am I allowed to beat you to your own scoop,
Yeah,
Paul? Or
go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
all right, I'll
I
upload
was
this
just
and
I was just waiting until she was comfortable with me sharing with everybody, and she is. So that's why
yeah.
that was just the thing I was waiting for. So yeah, I don't care who
Well,
knows now.
that is cool, and definitely, hopefully, she'll even be more comfortable. And by the next meetup, someplace, she'll be traveling along with you, and we'll all
Yeah.
get to meet her.
Yeah,
And
she likes YouTube so much that she wants her own channel. So you
oh,
guys might
really?
see I might see a channel come up from her in the near future.
Is she? Yeah, Paul or Chris says I should change the thumbnail, Ken, to her picture and say
Oh,
talking about going viral right there. Oh, it's my big break. Who would have thought?
maybe,
I'm
maybe we
here.
can go to the national meetup next April. Hopefully,
I'm here
we can make
listing,
it happen.
10 crappy items, and the next thing you know, I got the biggest scoop on the internet right here.
Are we still at 17 or do people leave? Where are we at now?
Well, we're back to 17, but yeah, it keeps
Okay.
fluctuating, and it'll go up to,
Okay.
a little over 20, and then it'll come back down, and
And people come in and like that's the breaking news. That's not important. Maybe
yeah, they're gonna move.
we're
I
done.
thought they were gonna talk about rally stuff and see Ken's lighted bang energy drink hat.
Yeah,
It
nope. It's not what they want to hear.
she needs to come to Nashville in April.
Yeah, that's the next meetup I think after, right? After Reseller
Uh
Rally.
yeah, the boss reseller mix is in Vegas
Yeah,
if
he's doing
anybody's
that one.
going to that one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Ray's meetup in Nashville.
Yeah,
We're definitely go. Jill and I are actually trying to plan a trip still this fall to go down to Nashville, and we got some friends down there, and we're also going to try to hook up with Ray and Dustin
yeah.
and that sort of stuff. Yeah, you need to get home, Paul, because I actually on the RIN network this morning when they were doing their listing or loafing, people were asking whatever happened to the Monday night draft, and it's like,
Yes,
well,
it's coming back. It's coming back.
Ray was on his like kind of anniversary vacation, and of course, you've been out of the country, and
Yeah.
uh,
We're bringing him back the following week, so we should be good. I think we have our guests and everything lined up, so we're not going anywhere. I my plane is starting to board though, so I think I have to
okay,
leave you guys.
all right,
Don't want to
Paul, be
miss my
safe.
flight back.
Be safe in the rest of your travels, and we will see you this weekend in Cincinnati.
Yeah, appreciate you inviting me, Ken. Always a blast.
All right, thanks, Paul.
All right.
Bye. Well, how about them apples, as I would like to say? Whoo, bring on a guest. First of all, guest, the caliber of a Paul Philly Flipper. I am just humbled and honored that he would come on my little show here. And in the middle of his travels. Um, and that's just I appreciate it. And we got the scoop. We got the big news. And Amanda says she wants to go um to Nashville so bad. This is most likely the meetup I could make it to. Well, Amanda, you need to get your flights booked, your travel booked. I'm not sure what area you're from, Amanda, but It's, Paul was in Finland yesterday, so you can make it to Nashville from where you're at. 18 was me on the phone on my phone too. Uh yeah, I shouldn't have showed the pictures. Everybody's gonna be doing screenshots of that and putting it out there, and they're gonna scoop me before I'm even done with my show. Um uh Angie, it's because we're on the same wavelength. Nashville, she can have her own meet and greet. Yes, for sure. And yay for John Brennan. John Brennan is our friend from Nashville. If you don't know who John Brennan is, he was on the Real World on MTV back in the 90s. He was on the second season. He's a country singer from Kentucky. And Jill and I are friends with him, mostly Jill. She chats with him all the time. He is vamping his career, getting his country music singing. He has a new album out, and some of the songs are moving up the charts. Um, Top 5 types of therapists. Safe travels. Good luck. Safe travels. So you still got to list all your items before you leave. Well, yes, I'm almost done with that. We're a little bit over an hour here, which is okay because man, we got that great content. Oh yeah, that's right. Jill's client didn't show. She would have had to miss the news. Uh in Arkansas. Amanda is in Arkansas, so yeah, that wouldn't be too bad of a drive up to Nashville. Um Probably from Arkansas. I am 1 hour from Nashville. Are you still in Tennessee? Um, if you're just 1 hour from Nashville, and Chad, I won't steal your thunder. I appreciate it. Um, yes, the music industry is tricky for sure. I'd throw that up there from Lisa. Okay, let me do another item real quick, just so that I can prove that I am listing 10 items. We'll rip through them real quick. And maybe we'll have another guest jump on straight in. A big old Lodge Logic, Dutch oven, 7-quart. I think Jill picked that up when we were at the Route 30 sales. It is basically new in the box. I am listing it as open box, but it hasn't been used. It has all of the instructions and all of that in there. And going rate on those is about $60. So I'm listing that at $59.99 with the buyer paying shipping. I do have a calculated shipping on that. So most likely somebody closer will buy it. I do normally do a flat rate shipping on things, but when it gets really heavy, I like to do calculated. That way, I don't have to ship it all the way across the country. Um, yep, in Tennessee on the Alabama state line. Okay. Nice piece, Jill. Where we're at. Ken, you are on at noon every Tuesday. Yes, I had brought the show back. When I brought it back, because I had quit when yard sale season started, because I was on Thursday mornings, but during yard sale, garage sale season, I wanted to go to yard sales, and so did all of the audience. And so I quit doing that. And then when I brought the show back, I was later in the day on Tuesday following Angie Resells and Kristen a Rural Squirrel when they did their listing show. And then they kind of stopped doing that. So I'm trying to follow the RIN. Everybody, gets up, watches RIN all morning, and then I'm following them, kind of get a little listing train going here. Lisa, you had asked earlier, I wrote a note down right here. You would ask what SSK promo stands for. The SSK part of it actually stands for Sideshow Ken, because most of the time I'm just bonkers and a regular. I did have a guy tell me once I was a carnival waiting to happen, with all of the shenanigans and the goofy stuff that I do, and so just stuff like, oh, where's that? Just stuff like this, the new headshot cap captain of the captain of the boat here for the Reseller Rally. But so SSK stands for Sideshow Ken. The promo part had to be, um, yeah, it actually, Paul, it did come. Hello, Paul. If I didn't see you earlier, good to have you in here. Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons is kind of an offshoot of where Sideshow Ken came from. Jill is saying, thank you, Lisa. I like picking, just the rest of what you all do is much work. Yeah. Um, Jill's a great picker. She finds me a lot of stuff. I call her my silent assassin when we're out at the sales, because we'll get back to the car and she goes, "Oh, I got this, I got this, I get this." And it's like, I didn't even see those things. Um, uh, yeah, Jimmy disappeared for a while. I was afraid I might try to kill him, like Sideshow Bob's always trying to kill Krusty the Clown. And Paul has packed all 1,000 sports cards he sold today. Yeah, from Roman. But the promo part of SSKPromo, I used to play in bands. I had big old long heavy metal hair back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I used to play drums in like heavy metal, heavy rock sort of bands. When I got kind of done with that, I used to do promotion for local bands where I would go around, set up gigs for them at bars, make sure that there was advertising and promotion, and help some of them, with their finances and such, get them merch and things. And so the SSK and the promo was like short for promotional. And just, over time, SSKPromo became my kind of my screen name and Gmail and all of that stuff. And when I started, the YouTube stuff under my Gmail account, just being new and novice, and it's like, um, I just kept it, and that's what works. So, it doesn't have flipper in it, it doesn't have picker in it, it doesn't have thrifty or vintage, but it's who I am, Sideshow Ken. Um, well, thank you. I think I'm mostly looking forward to meeting you as I am. Uh, as I am. Wait, I think I'm mostly looking forward to meeting you as I am Ken. Oh, you're talking to Jill. You're talking to Jill. Yeah, she's Ken went from metal to red velvet and white fur. The many facets of the DOG SSKPromo. Mr. Bill. Okay. So wait, what was I listing? I was listing this lodge pan for $60 with the buyer paying shipping, and that's listed right there. And so I don't know how many items was that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 4 more left to list. Uh no, Ken, you are the main show. MSK promo, the main show, Ken. Thank you. That's coming from my dear sweet mother, who's right. Well, when I point this way, they're actually over that way. But my mother is watching, and I didn't. Oh, I forgot to tell Paul that my mother was enjoying his photos and stuff, and I don't know if she commented on that, and I just missed it in the chat. But my mother's side of the family is from Finland, and so they were. It was neat to see somebody over there and seeing some of the shots in Helsinki and stuff. Um, oh, she did, and I missed it, and I didn't bring it up. Boo. Hello, Judy from Roman. And boo, I missed it, Mom. I'm sorry. So anyway, let's rip through these last ones. Uh These are the aforementioned patches that Chris Cajun was asking me about. I bought these at a like a little thrift store, and they were down in a like a bin down near the floor near the cash register where they really weren't being seen, and they were asking $5 a piece for them. Now they are patches, and that they give like the teams. Wait, where is it? The teams that were in the game. They give the date where it was at, and then each of them have like stats from the game and all the players and the final stats and stuff. And then the patch. So I've got what I decided to do is this is going to be part of uh uh yeah, and I'm sorry, Mom, I didn't see my brother was in a band too, Blue Steel, Northwest Ohio. That's a cool name. Sidekick is what I was thinking. Sideshow Ken is cool. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Paul would have appreciated that one there with the Eagles. Yes. So I've got these patches. They wanted $5 per card for them. And I worked a deal to buy all of them. And I ended up paying $2 a piece for each one. And so today, to round out my listings, I've got 5 of them. This one, I got the one from Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers. I think that was Super Bowl. Which one was that? That was Super Bowl 54 for just about 3 years ago. The Patriots and the Falcons. I've got Patriots and Rams. And again, Patriots and Seahawks. But so I'm going to list all of these. And I've already sold. There was 2 different cards that had Super Bowl 50 patches on them. That was for the 50th year. And I lotted those 2 up together. And they sold for $50 like last week. So that was cool. But these ones all range. I'll just kind of go through them if I can see here real quick. This one should go for about $45. This one should go for about $60 based on recent comps for them. This is another one at $45. This one right here should be about $55, 50 to 55. I'm going to list it at 55. And the one that I was showing first there, about $50, $49.99. So quite a bit of profit in there. I paid $2 a piece for them, which those are the ones I'm listing right now. I have all of these yet to list to get on there. So I think there were 40 some altogether. For those of you that know me, I'm kind of cheap. Now, $2 a piece is a really great price on those. But I'm also I don't like to spend a lot of money at one place because I don't know what else I'm going to find that day. But so I had $80, a little over $80 in all of these patches. And I sold, 2 of them at $50 the other day. So I'm looking at, the potential if I can sell these here, right here, let's say an average of $50 where they're at. There's $250 right there in just those 5. But I've got all my photos done. I'm going to list all the rest of these today, and then I'm going to schedule them throughout when I'm gone at the rally, so that we'll dump off another 5 or so a day, along with other items that I'm going to get listed. That way, I can still be kind of doing work while I'm gone. on vacation, which is always a good thing to do. Um, uh, yeah, they're pretty cool. Unfortunately, Roman, for us, there is no Cleveland Browns patch. There is no card that highlights the Cleveland Browns because, well, we've never been there to the Super Bowl. But hey, we look good the other day. We look good the other day. We look like a real football team. So I am going to click all 5 of those in my drafts. Got a little bit of a draft bank going right now, and resume drafts. And so that'll actually, if I do all of those, that'll be 11 listings. Ken versus 11. Hey, I should get my brother on the show. Kevin versus 11 would work out well. Yeah, they did look good. So I think I had reached out to a couple of other folks about the rally. Uh I reached out to Kevin. We all know that Kevin doesn't do lives and such, but I thought I'd take a shot that he might jump on here or in the chat. But if you are not going to the rally, down in the links below is a whatnot auction. It's a charity auction for St. Jude's. It will be Saturday at 1:30, and they'll be doing that live from the rally. So I'm sure that you'll get to see a bunch of the folks that are there. And maybe if you're not going, get a little taste. But also keep your eyes on my channel, on the Reseller Clickbait podcast, the Instagram, mostly Instagram stuff, Reseller Clickbait podcast, Jimmy Old School Flips, and Corey Grams and Pops Vintage. We will be making content all throughout the weekend, and we're probably going to go live on some stuff. We're going to be putting up stories of just all the fun that's going on, not to give everybody FOMO or the feeling of missing out, but it is fun to share and get to see people together, other people that are in our business, our line of work, whether you're full-time or part-time. There's that camaraderie that you get with folks, and when you're at a meetup. And so, to everybody that's here in the chat that hung out with me today, I appreciate it. We'll see if we can sell any of these. I've got to go assemble this video right here while the scoop news is still good on Paul Felly Flipper and get that out there. Yes, I had big FOMO when FlipCon was going on, but not really, because while FlipCon was going on, I was getting to visit with Chris Cage and Reseller, like right there. He was like, we were there. We hung out. We had dinners. We went sourcing at the Route 30 sales all weekend. We played disc golf. We're not going to discuss that much further than that, because it was we'll just say, this is a friendly show, but it was an epic ass whipping that Chris put on me and my good buddy Doug. Chris is a formidable foe when it comes to disc golf. So everybody, enjoy your afternoon. If you are heading to the rally or just out and about, be safe in your travels, my friends. And we will see you next week, or on Instagram, or sometime this weekend. Everyone have a great afternoon.